and returning to the Football League after a 9-year absence. One just once away from home, and that was on their return to the Football League back in August. 2-0 success at Stockport County. Here's Thorpe. Tony Thorpe is currently on loan with Grimsby Town from Stevenage Borough. And Grimsby Town have the first free kick here.
Got to make a positive start. Things haven't been going their way, Grimsby. The newish combinations, the centre-halves especially, have got to gel pretty quickly. I think Thorpe will be looking to play off Gary Jones up front with his pace.
Andy Butler has gone forward. It's Butler who loses out in the air to Mekandwari. Jones with a header on. Andy Butler has been signed by Grimsby on a month's loan from Scunthorpe United to cope with the absence of Justin Whittle at the back. Butler is highly regarded by Scunthorpe, but he hasn't played at all this season. He was injured in pre-season, he dislocated his shoulder. Centre-half, something of a problem position for Grimsby. Whittle currently injured.
Interesting to see how Butler and Fenton cope with the threat of Fleetwood and Williams, two young lads again, 20 years old. Good start of the season they've both had.
There's John McDermott, now aged 37. He said he was going to retire in the summer, but decided to give it another 12 months.
I was talking to him about that before the game. I said, how long are you going to go on for? He said, I've got another couple of years in me left. At least. He's fit as a fiddle, though, Macca. The pleasure of playing with him a few years ago at this football club. Terrific servant for them. He's got his old mate back on the left-hand side, Gary Croft. Again, both in the 30s, but they just love to get forward, the pair of them.
There's no doubt that Grimsby have got far more experience than Hereford United, the newcomers to the Football League. Average age of this Hereford team is just 23. John McDermott there, who's 37, as we mentioned. His clearance isn't a particularly good one, but Grimsby have been able to work the ball back out to McDermott, who shows that he's still got a bit of pace.
Well, he was doing it in 1992 when I retired. He's still doing it.
Jones again with the header on. Here's Thorpe. And that was awkward for Wayne Brown, the Hereford goalkeeper.
Well, Thorpe turned his back there. If he would have kept his eyes on it, he might have had a half a chance there.
Tony Thorpe is now with his 10th club. Spent a time with Colchester United last season. He's a striker short of a goal. He hasn't scored now for more than a year. Played last season for both Colchester and Swindon Town.
No, it fails to go a long time without scoring, and it does get you down a little bit. You've got to be brave and keep getting in the areas you're going to hurt defenders.
Grimsby have struggled for goals this season. The Bristol Rovers with 10 and Macclesfield with 11 have scored fewer goals.
And it's strange as well, because Gary Jones had a terrific season scoring last season. Michael Reddy's a big miss for them. His pace, they miss him in a big way.
Jones has got 17 goals and Reddy 14. He's out with a hip injury at the moment, Reddy, and is unlikely to be fit again until Christmas time. Isaiah Rankin as well, a striker with a bit of pace, who's missed 4 games now with a thigh problem. Travis with the throw. Ball steps in.
To get the ball out to Ball as quickly as possible. Let his pace do the talking for them, get it defenders. Hereford will be aware of the threat.
Grimsby would have preferred to have used Peter Ball more sparingly this season, the 18-year-old who came on as a substitute on the opening day and scored 2 goals when they were 2 down at Boston. Grimsby beginning the season with a 3-2 win in the end. Ball getting 2 of the goals.
He'll be loving it though. 18, playing in the first team. Yeah, me.
Signed a new contract with Grimsby during the summer months.
What I like about both these teams, they like get it down and play. And pass it around, pass it through teams.
On by Borg. Giles looks to find Fleetwood. Williams coming back from an offside position. Hereford playing with 3 at the back. Back with Mikenbwari and Giles. McLennan and Travis, the 2 who'll push on. Butler commanding in the air, but there's a danger there that he would be caught out of position as Hereford pushed Connell further forward.
That's terrific defending, covering round.
Travis now. Travis to take on McDermott. Be a corner kick.
Well, that's what they'll be looking to do, Hereford. Get Travis and McLennan forward as often as possible. If you're playing with wing-backs, there's no point in them keeping back and shrinking violets. Get them forward, get them advanced.
Simon Travis was in the conference with Stevenage Borough. He's had some previous Football League experience with Torquay and Stockport. Fleetwood managed to get the shot away. Here's Williams. Now Rose. Jones steps in. And Grimsby give the ball away. Rose's back heel didn't deceive Butler. McDermott. On by Fenton. Thorpe was doing the pushing.
He didn't need to do that either. He looked favourite to get behind there. Give a needless foul away.
Billy Mason is our referee this afternoon. Jones. Now Croft. Out by Beckwith. Beckwith didn't get a great deal of distance on the clearance. And by Thorpe, and Jones! Grimsby have the lead, and it's Gary Jones.
Well, people are saying he's having a lean time, but that'll take the pressure off him big style. Tremendous finish. Slightly off balance. They let the ball come in the box a little bit too easily here, Hereford. A lot of time, just let him turn. It's a decent ball, and doesn't Thorpe do well. He's onto it in a flash, a hint of offside maybe, but that's an acute angle. That's a tremendous volley. I think they should have done a little bit better in stopping the cross. The header was a good one. Kept his eye on the ball, and that's unstoppable. Keeper was at his near post. He is onside. Look at the concentration. Terrific volley. Keeper's got no chance.
Brilliant goal from Gary Jones, and Grimsby Town ahead here. And with the second goal that Jones has scored this season. He was on target in the 2-0 success at Chester back in mid-September. 17 goals last season, of course, and he scored in both the playoff semi-final games against Lincoln City. That's a decent long-range effort as well. Connell. It was worth a try.
Yeah, without doubt. Grimsby euphoric after just scoring. It's a long way out, but he may have had a little look. Just tries to lift over the goalkeeper. That's not a long way off.
Alan Connell was playing just behind the front 2 here for Hereford.
That's vital position, so difficult to pick up. Defenders don't know whether to come and pick him up, or does a midfield player pick him up. And if you've got the ability to play there, you can be a key figure in any formation.
Jones putting Giles under a bit of pressure.
Delighted with that. as we say, had a terrific season last season. He's an intelligent player, never been blessed with the greatest of pace, but holds play up, waits for midfield to join in.
Impressive pedigree at this level with both Nottingham Forest and Tranmere Rovers.
See many better finishes. I know it's from close range. Thorpe does very well for him. It's a cute angle. He has to get the pace and power on it to defeat the keeper at the near post. People say, well, the keeper's there at the near post, shouldn't have got beat, but it was stunning volley.
Graham Rodger, the Grimsby manager, has said that he feels his team need to show more authority at home, and they've certainly taken this game by the scruff of the neck.
They've got in midfield as well with Bolland and Ravenhill. They've got mobility. Both of them get around the pitch, both box-to-box players.
Grimsby made 7 signings during the summer. Mr. Slade having lost, and then Graham Rodger having taken over. Had to rebuild this Grimsby team after they were unsuccessful in the playoffs at the end of last season.
Pleasure of playing here with Graham so many years ago. So hope he takes it on board and gets this club going forward again.
Grimsby have lost their last 2 home games. They were well beaten by Hartlepool 4-1, although Hartlepool scored twice in the last 5 minutes when Grimsby were pushing for an equaliser. They were very disappointing against Stockport before that when they lost 1-0.
I was talking to John McDermott about that before the game, and he said they were well in it just before half-time, gave away silly goals, which they've been prone to. They cut that out, and see they've got the ability.
Thorpe has done sufficient to win the corner.
A lively start, Thorpe. And in the goal.
Fenton and Butler have both gone forward. Thorpe with Connell. Croft expecting a lot of John McDermott. Croft is back at the club where he started his Football League career. Sold by Grimsby to Blackburn Rovers for a club record 1.7 million 10 years ago, and it's still their record sale.
Yeah, and he told me before the game that he can remember playing a reserve game with me. I thought, oh, I never played reserve, I was in the first team. I couldn't remember that at all.
Memory goes as you get older. Here is Gary Croft. Thorpe gives chase.
Well, he has got Gary Croft. He's got a good range of passing. He is a left back, but short, long, uses it quite intelligently.
Croft enjoyed playoff success at a high level with both Ipswich and Cardiff City. Travis. Now Giles. Toner. Here's Croft.
Well, they were desperate for a striker there to show himself, either Thorpe or Jones, and neither came towards the ball at all. One of them's got to take responsibility.
Again, Jones is under that, and again he's been able to get the header on. He's winning a lot in the air against Wickenwadi.
Yeah, but Thorpe's got to get closer to him. He knows Gary Jones will win a fair amount in the air, and he's 10 yards away from him.
I suspect that Tony Thorpe is still a little bit short of match fitness. It's only the 3rd game that he's played this season. And by Butler, here's McDermott. Jones holding off Giles.
Does that so well, very strong.
Jones again. Here's ball. Good recovery by Travis.
Was in the end, but that's the first glimpse we've seen of Paul's change of pace. Gary Jones did ever so well there again. Holding play up, waiting for people to come in support of him.
Again, Fenton and Butler have gone forward. Butler couldn't get that. Here's Bolland. Ball. And again towards Butler. Central defender has stayed forward. Croft is doing the covering at the back for Grimsby with McDermott. Here's Fleetwood. Positive run by McClenaghan and good goalkeeping by Barnes.
And it's the sort of burst you want to see from your wing backs.
McClenaghan has managed to get to the byline and to get the crossing. Travis unable to keep the ball in play.
Good chance to put a decent delivery in there, just overdid it.
Simon Travis, who today makes his 100th appearance for Hereford United. In his 4th season with the club, he enjoyed all the celebrations at the end of last season when Hereford won their place back in the Football League, but they've enjoyed disappointment as well in the conference playoffs in previous years. Thorpe looking for help. McDermott. Now Bolland.
Grimsby have done well in the first part of this game. His turn, Hereford, dragged them into wide areas and get behind the wing backs.
McDermott's throw. Fenton was backing into Mikin Douari. Fenton, who was in that Doncaster Rovers team that did so well in the Carling Cup last season. Wins over Aston Villa and Manchester City before they went out on penalties to Arsenal. Mickey Ravenholt also with Doncaster Rovers.
Hereford so far haven't been allowed to play the ball into the strikers at all. Fleetwood and Williams have hardly been involved. We give Grimsby credit for that. The midfield two of Ravenhill and Bolland have stopped them playing, progressing forward.
Hereford have lost 4 away games so far, but Graham Turner, the manager, has said that their last 2 away performances were far better. Last 2-1 at Bristol Rovers and 1-0 at Wrexham. Before that, they were beaten 3-0 at Barnet and 4-1 at Mansfield. Fleetwood. He's got away from Croft. Held up now by Butler. Here's Williams. It's a good effort.
It's a terrific attempt, isn't it? Frightening pace there we see for the first time. Fleetwood burst from the halfway line, nice turn. Look at that, just a little bit of turn of pace. He's aware of what's around him. Feeds in his strike partner. A lot of space, a lot of time. First it wasn't the best, but the second was. Just tries to curl it top corner. It's a decent effort. See exactly what was in his mind. And just not enough on it to trouble Barnes.
It's under a year ago that Andy Williams broke into the Hereford team. He ended the last conference season as their top scorer. Ball with a bump on the back of the head, and Grimsby have the free kick.
That's one thing Bolland will do, is stick his head in, stick his foot in. He's that sort of player. Good to have in your centre of midfield.
Again, Fenton and Butler have gone forward. And by Croft, looking for Fenton. Purdy's diagonal pass. McLennan. Purdy has continued his run forward. Here's Williams.
It's good defending again. Bolland again, box to box. Gets his team out of trouble there. It was 2-on-1. He dealt with it reasonably well in the end.
Hereford now having more possession. Giles to the near post. Barnes unable to claim. Referee says play on.
So difficult for a goalkeeper to come through massive bodies from a corner and claim it cleanly.
Thorpe was trying to find Ravenhill then, who'd surged forward in support. Butler looks very comfortable at the back for Grimsby, having only joined up with his new teammates earlier this week.
Watching early in this game, he's a good talker as well, good organiser by the look of it.
Rose tries to release Fleetwood. Croft has found his goalkeeper, who in turn has only found Rose. Rose prepared to go on.
Starting to get the foothold in the game now, Hereford. Slow start by them, the goal down, but some good passages of play.
In turn, the manager says that he feels that the squad has enough ability to cope with League Two. He has felt that at times his team have shown their opponents a bit too much respect, particularly away from home.
Disappointed with that, McLennan. Taking up a good position. First touch let him down.
To get the ball away from Ball. There's Giles. Martin Giles, who's getting his first taste of league football this season. He's a junior with Cardiff City, but then drifted into the non-league with Carmarthen Town. Travis with the throw. Ball steps in. Hereford claimed there was a handball. He'll have to settle for the throw.
Ball is good going forward. I think he's got to learn a little bit about helping out, going back the other way.
By Connell.
Inexperienced, comfortable, aware of what's around him.
Jones goes down, having been caught by Rose. At the moment, Tony Thorpe is leading the line on his own. Jones still looking rather groggy following that challenge by Rose. That was a decent effort too. Turner with a terrific volley then, having been set up.
I think he realised how much time he had there.
Thirty breaking forward, here's Fleetwood. Now Connell. This is better from Hereford. And it's Kieran Turner who gets back to make the interception, and that is a penalty kick. Butler, the new signing, committing the foul. And Hereford here with an opportunity to draw level from the penalty spot.
Well, there looked to be no danger there. Croft seemed to have cut out the danger. To be a routine clearance, did well to cut the ball out. Thought Butler was first to it. Could be a bit harsh. The referee's right on the spot there. Just a little bit late there, Butler. Not put a foot wrong until then.
Rob Purdy, who was fouled, will step up to take this penalty kick. All 5 goals this season from the penalty spot. It's Purdy, and he's got the equaliser. No mistake.
Well, there's a lot of pressure from the fans behind the goal, but the important thing, he hit the target. Goalkeeper always guess which way a penalty taker's going to go. Hits it straight down the middle, right under the bar. Not a chance for Barnes. He has to guess. Just put it down the middle. Simple as that. I think it was his little bit of pacing got him away from Butler. Just a little bit of injection there. And he does that so well. He does join in and get forward.
The Hereford skipper has got their equaliser.
We're talking about needless goals that Grimsby have been conceded, and that was another one, I think.
How will Grimsby respond? There's Thorpe. And Grimsby now have a free kick on the edge of the Hereford penalty area.
Moments before the penalty, Turner had that volley saved by the goalkeeper. In the next minute, they're back on level terms, Hereford.
Brown asking for 4 in his defensive wall. Fenton's gone forward.
It was a decent strike, but the ball was never 10 yards.
Croft with a throw. McDermott. Grimsby Town have gone 3 games without a win. They've won just 1 of the last 5. They started so brightly here. Following that challenge by Andy Butler on Rob Purdy, Hereford with the opportunity to get their equaliser. Purdy, the skipper, scoring from the penalty spot. Gary Jones having given Grimsby Town the lead with a splendid effort. Butler's challenge again, this time it is a corner kick.
So convinced that he was hard done by again there. I thought it came off a Hereford body.
Kondawi's gone forward. Giles is in there. Beckwith's in there. And it was Giles who had made the move then, but it will be another corner this to Hereford. Fleetwood inside the 6-yard area. Hereford with a line of 6 on the edge of the penalty area. Giles again was the target. Beckwith was doing the pushing.
Just had 2 terrific corners, driven in with a lot of pace. Gives your centre-halves, your centre-forwards a chance to attack it, get half a yard on your marker. Gary Jones has just put his arms out and said, look, I've won another header. Somebody, for goodness sake, get around me and let's get forward.
McDermott. Thorpe with Giles. Looked as though Tony Thorpe was given a nudge there by Martin Giles.
I think that's what the Grimsby crowd thought as well. The linesman had a perfect view of it, but just chose to give the throw in.
Well off McIndowie. Thought with the acrobatic attempt then. There's no doubt that Hereford are worried by the presence of Gary Jones whenever Grimsby have a throw in on this near side. Connell well forward. And by Fleetwood. Out by Butler.
It's the last thing Grimsby players want, the crowd getting on the back.
Croft. Long towards Jones. Thought so nearly the first to anticipate then.
Still going to get a little bit closer. To Gary Jones, when he's winning those balls, he's won the majority of them so far. You see a midfield player joining him, or get young ball in a little bit, and with his pace, if he can play off Jones, he might get some joy out of it. The incident of the first goal, decent interception really, and he thought his defender would come across and help him, but that injection of pace from Purdy leads to this. Perfect penalty right down the middle, roof of the net. Thank you very much.
Andy Butler, who might perhaps be short of a little bit of match practice, having dislocated his shoulder in pre-season at Scunthorpe United. They were happy for him to go out on loan so he could regain his fitness. He was just short of a yard then when he challenged Purdy. Here's Travis.
I think you're right about that, just that half a yard, it's so important.
Fleetwood. Well gathered by Barnes.
That's a terrific ball in from Fleetwood. He'll be disappointed that nobody attacked that near post. Well, that's better from Thorpe. This time he does read it, he does gamble, and applauds the winning of the ball by Gary Jones yet again.
It's a relatively new partnership in attack, this for Grimsby. As our ranker would normally be alongside Gary Jones.
I think it just shows the beauty of strike partnerships if you get a good understanding. Sharp and Keogh yesterday, terrific against Nottingham Forest. Great understanding, play close together. And once you get that understanding, you can only grow.
Changing the direction of the play. Ball held up by Travis. Prepared to take Travis on. He's got past him too. Wonderful recovery by Simon Travis.
Terrific recovery. You thought he was out of that race there. The pace from ball. This is what you like to see a young boy do. Get the ball, go at a defender. He gets in the box. That's the important thing. Can't be touched. But give Travis credit. Gets back well. Just released it a little bit earlier there, Ball.
Peter Ball scored 2 goals within 12 minutes of making his Football League debut as a substitute against Boston on the opening day. Butler was in there. Fenton in there as well, and Hereford lucky to escape. Mitrawari didn't know anything about that. Hereford centre-half in the right place at the right time as far as his team were concerned. Croft. Now Thorpe. Croft again. Travis mopping up just ahead of his back line there.
Grimsby giving Fleetwood far too much space.
Fleetwood on the ball. Purdy has raced forward in support. Fleetwood goes on. And that was a very difficult angle for him, but he was able to stretch Barnes. Stuart Fleetwood, who scored 3 goals against Coventry from the Championship in the Carling Cup back in August. 3-1 success that Hereford United enjoyed. Went out to Leicester City in the next round, even when they had Trent McClanahan sent off. But Everybody knows about Hereford and the cup competitions. His famous success back in 1972 when they were in the non-league first time around. More football coming up on Sky Sports 1 on Monday evening at 7:30. It's Woking against Aldershot in the conference. And by Jones.
Well, again, Gary Jones said to the midfield players, get closer to me when I'm winning the ball. And he's right. Thought can't be expected to do it by himself. One of the midfield players has got to gamble, either Ravenhill or Bolland.
Bolland to find Croft.
He didn't need to put that much on it, Bolland. Acres of space for Croft to run into.
Hinton tidying up. Thorpe trying to release Jones. Fleetwood again. He's done well to turn and to get the shot in. There's no doubt that the front two for Hereford United are proving a much bigger threat now.
Well, he was backtracking there. Barnes, again it's Fleetwood. Gets in a good area, he's onside. A little bit of a slip by Butler. Tries a shot on the turn and nearly gets just under the crossbar. Terrific effort, that's what you want to see strikers doing. Hold up play, turn, get a shot away. Just didn't hit the target.
Connell trying to play 1-2 with the referee. It didn't work for him. Jones. Thought they'd made a move for Croft.
I'm sure that was a free kick. Been a bit easy.
One turner there. Manager, chairman, owner. Who makes the decision that he should leave his manager's job eventually?
It must be a pleasure to coach and manage such a young group of players. Bags of enthusiasm out there. You can keep them together and progress with them.
Championship success in the past with Shrewsbury Town and Wolverhampton Wanderers. The old 4th division with Wolverhampton Wanderers. In charge now for 11 years. Travis. Challenged by Bolland and challenged unfairly.
I'm not sure that was a foul either. I've seen Mr. Mason on a few occasions. He'd only put a foot wrong this season when I have seen him. I think it's an honest attempt to go and win the ball, close it down. That's, for me, is not a foul. An honest attempt. Mr. Mason got it wrong.
Driven in by Purdy. Out by Butler.
An air of confidence about Hereford since they've got back in the game with a penalty. More assertive going forward now. Purdy's so important to the cause. You've got a midfield player prepared to bomb forward and get beyond the strikers. Difficult to pick up.
One win and one draw on their travels so far this season. Toner. Purdy with ball. Jones persistent. Managed to get away from Connell, but not Rose. Purdy trying to release Fleetwood. We know he's got pace. Moment's hesitation there by Barnes, but he knew he had to come out of his penalty area to clear the danger.
Hesitation from Fenton as well. I think he thought his keeper was coming and panics a little bit, as you do when you've got somebody like Fleetwood against you with his pace.
Here's Williams. And foul Buckle.
He's not really got into the game as much as his strike partner. Williams, a bit quiet.
In fairness to Andy Williams, he's missed 3 games just recently. He came back last weekend, but before that he had a problem with a knee injury and had this bout of tonsillitis during the week, which put a question mark over his participation here.
That's criminal there, standing offside. Gary Jones just hands on his knees. They said, how many more times have I got to win this ball and get somebody around me who's going to stay onside?
Turner loses out. Clock to dispossess Williams and to get Grimsby moving again. McDermott with time to have a look up and to pick out ball. Rose read that well. McDermott. Benton. Jones. First touch was impeccable. He's done really well, Jones. And it's Ravenhill with a shot which is straight at Wayne Brown.
It's a good move, lovely ball in by McDermott to Jones, lovely layoff, decent strike.
Well done.
That's Ravenhill with a look up. Toner was in acres of space.
Ravenhill, he like Nick Fenton, was Doncaster Rovers last season. He began this season at Chester. He was on loan at Chester. He thought he was going to make a move there, but it fell down at the last moment. He subsequently joined Grimsby on transfer deadline day at the end of August. Bolland.
It's a good ball in. Gary Jones is doing a lot of good work outside the box, but then you want him in the box when the ball's delivered. He can't do it all.
McDermott with Jones to aim at on the edge of that 6-yard area. Hereford doubling up. Thorpe loses out. Bolland's shot is drilled against his own teammate then. By Croft. Buhari to get the ball away. Skiffle is Hereford's player of the season in each of the last 2 campaigns. Toner's header. Hereford thought that Thorpe was offside. McLennan, who has joined Hereford from West Ham United. He was on loan to the MK Dons last season. He also played for Australia at the World Under-20 Championships a year ago in the Netherlands. Ball with the confidence to take on Travis. Jones. McDermott. Now Ravenhill. Toner.
Could have gone a couple of yards further forward there. Hit it from a long way out, and you can hear the Grimsby crowd encourage them to shoot. He thinks I've got a lot of space in front of me. I will. I'm going to have a little dig here. The back off him. He could have gone 2-3 yards further forward there. Poor effort in the end.
1 minute time allowed. 1 minute.
Cantona, who is manager Graham Rodgers says is gaining in confidence, is playing better by the week.
Slide back.
Prop with Fleetwood. Poor clearance that by Butler, and again they've tried to catch Barnes off his line. Not for the first time in this first half. Alan Connell has been prepared to have a go from a long way out.
Yeah, why not? He's a confident lad. The first one didn't miss by much. With a bit of ability there, sees Barnes off his line a little bit. It's audacious, but why not?
Goalkeeper looked composed enough as the ball flew past his right-hand post then. So Grimsby Town, who've lost at home in their last two games here, in front through Gary Jones, having been set up by Tony Thorpe. It was a terrific goal by Jones, only his second of the season. But then Hereford United able to grab an equaliser when Andy Butler, making his Grimsby debut, fouled Rob Purdy. And Purdy, who always scores from the penalty spot, stepped up to get Hereford's equaliser. At half-time then at Blundell Park, it's Grimsby Town 1, Hereford United 1.
Yep, all square at half-time. The views of Steve Cloud, Janine Taylor coming right up. And Rob Purdy, 6 penalties already this season, was the equaliser. But the opening goal was for Grimsby. A goal scorer's goal as well. Gary Jones at the back post, roof of the net. That was the first goal, but it's 1-1 at half-time at Blundell Park.
I bet that's goal of the season.
Wednesday, another round of tense Euro 2008 qualifiers at 5:30 on Sky Sports 1, England in Croatia. Top of the group, but
We've been brought down to earth a little bit.
McLaren needs to get it right on this tough away mission. Then at 8 on Sky Sports 1 and HD1, Wales v Cyprus. Toshak's young side looking for their first point. And on Sky Sports 2 at 7:30, the Republic of Ireland face the Czech Republic.
He's got the crucial breakthrough.
Euro 2008 qualifiers Wednesday on Sky Sports.
I like an apple. I like a square cut. I like a funny car. I like a monster truck. Color popping, I'm funding stomach. Cocoa mop, I stop nothing plummet. But on top, if I eat the crocodile.
He's here.
Be nice.
Nice watch.
Yeah. Titanium. You can dive to 1,000 feet. What's this?
BT Home Hub. Adam's got broadband.
Snap.
This is wireless with built-in security. We can chat for ages over the internet.
Okay, kids. Shall we go?
With wireless, security and free UK evening and weekend calls over the internet, it really is a more complete broadband experience.
Seems nice.
He's not.
From £9.95 a month for the first 6 months.
Hi.
Hi, I need a laptop for college. I found this on your website for £349.
Advent 7103 with Intel Centrino mobile technology. I'll grab it now for £349. They're normally $449. That's a fantastic deal.
No, it's got a DVD player on it, and it burns CDs, and it's wireless, so I can surf anywhere.
And should you find any spare time, you could always use it for your studies.
Internet prices to take home today. PC World. The best of both worlds.
The city has 2 sons.
My family's lived on this hill forever. This is my home.
Only one can rule.
I grew up on this hill. These are my people.
You can be completely undone by your brother.
He's a plague, Tommy. We gotta take care of it before it kills us all. He's my brother. This is my neighborhood, and it always will be. You and I, we're not the same in any way.
Brotherhood, the brand new series, starts next week, only on FX.
No matter how well you brush your teeth, plaque builds up where you can't reach. Listerine reduces plaque by up to 56% over brushing alone. Listerine, it's dynamite against plaque. No other mouthwash beats Listerine at cutting through plaque.
Yeah, no, that sounds perfect for me, yeah.
For careers advice that's tailored to fit you, call the Learn Direct advice line on 0800 100 900.
The volcano god must be appeased.
When trouble erupts, reach for Rennie. Rennie relieves heartburn and indigestion fast. For fast relief, reach for Rennie.
I can't be the only one who wants to start earning interest the day I pay in a cheque.
I can't be the only one who wants to start earning interest the day I pay in a cheque.
Surely I'm not the only one who wants to start earning interest the day I pay in a cheque.
I'm not the only one who wants to start earning interest the day I pay in a cheque, am I?
Don't wait days to earn interest on your money. Lloyds TSB is the first and only bank to pay you interest from the day you pay in a cheque to the day your money leaves us. Don't wait. Switch to Lloyds TSB.
118 24/7. I've got myself into a bit of a tight spot and I need a locksmith. One that'll come out quick and take a credit card.
Find out what it feels like when you find the job you want. Monster has tens of thousands of jobs posted online, making it a great place for you to search, apply, and find your perfect job. So add your CV and start applying for new jobs today on monster.co.uk.
Football comes alive with Bet365.
Coming up for you tomorrow, we're in the conference for Woking against Aldershot, 7:30 on Sky Sports 1. And on Tuesday, England's youngsters go to Germany defending a one-goal lead to qualify for the Under-21 Championship. 7 o'clock, Sky Sports 1, that's Tuesday for you. Here at Blundell Park, it's Grimsby 1, Hereford 1. Grimsby starting very well and Hereford coming back quite well. So about even, Stephen, would you say, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, invariably when you get two different systems like we've got a 5-3-2 against a 4-4-2. One always dominates the other until one, the other one then gets a grip on the game. That's exactly what happened. I think Grimsby started very well, but then Hereford started to use that extra man in midfield, started to pass the ball around. And the funny thing is that normally against a 5 you would expect to get the ball down the sides because the two wing backs are pushed on, and not against a 4. But that's what Hereford have done to Grimsby. They've got the ball down the side to Fleetwood, and he's really, he's been very, very positive. He's put them on the, put them on the defensive on many occasions.
We talked before the game about Gary Jones and using an older head against a younger player, and Gary Jones was doing that, wasn't he? He was using his head in that situation when they got the opening goal after 9 minutes.
Yeah, well, that's he's been holding the ball well for Grimsby, playing the ball up to him, but they've not really got the support to him, have they? And here's the goal.
Good header by Tony Thorpe onwards, isn't it?
Yeah, but you just think the defending was a bit suspect here. The defender takes a step backwards. If he steps up, he's offside, isn't he, when the header goes in?
Yeah.
But he takes a step back.
So it's decision-making by a defender there.
Well,
yes,
there
if he goes forward, he's on the way forward, then he goes back, doesn't he? Yeah.
He doesn't. But if he makes the decision to go back, he's got to get closer to the striker.
If he defends it with his right foot instead of his left, he's also got a chance of blocking it. It's a strange bit of defending.
1-0 to Gary Jones. Good finish, though, in the end.
Yeah, great
and then the
finish,
penalty. What's gone wrong here for Grimsby at the back when they've given this penalty away?
It looks like, I don't know whether they've stopped. it looks like he's defended it well. Just runs away from him a little bit there, but I don't know whether the centre-half stopped. Purdy's carried his run on, and it's a stonewall penalty, isn't it? You look where the ball finishes up. Doesn't make any contact at all, and that's the giveaway. A is where the ball finishes up, and B is the reaction of the player after he's made the challenge.
Not the way to start your loan spell, is it, really?
No, not at all. But at the moment he broke into that space, you just thought there was going to be trouble. So one who got there first.
Rob Purdy scored 5 penalty goals before today. This is his 6th penalty of the season already.
It's a great penalty,
down the middle, isn't it? He scored 2 down the middle out of his 5 before today.
That's the penalty of a boy who scored 5 out of 5, by the way. That is, the keeper stands up and he goes, thank you very much, and catches it, and you get a real, stern look from the manager. But that's a confident boy.
He means to get it that high into the net as well.
We all look, it looks so easy though, George, but you do it in training, and that just to chip a ball up, you should be able to, But when there's pressure like that, it's not an easy execution.
That's his 3rd out of 6 now down the middle. If a goalkeeper's done his homework or his goalkeeping coach, would you say stand up straight or not and not move? Would you risk that?
It's the same for a keeper. If he stands up and you put it down the side, you go, why didn't you dive?
You look a dummy.
Yes, and just like that, if the keeper stands up and he catches it, then the penalty taker looks, like you say,
the technique of putting the ball in the roof of the net down the middle, that's not easy.
No, it isn't, certainly not.
No. OK, it's 1-1 at half-time up Lundell Park. Grimsby starting really well, getting their noses in front, but they haven't kept more than 1 clean sheet all season. It's 1-1.
I bet he's happy with that.
Find out what it feels like when you find the job you want. Monster has tens of thousands of jobs posted online, making it a great place for you to search, apply and find your perfect job. So add your CV and start applying for new jobs today on monster.co.uk.
Ironing's a breeze with the JML Fast Fit ironing board cover. It fits virtually any size board, and the special elasticated edge holds tightly in place all the way round. There's no awkward strings or layers. The plush, thick underlay is bonded directly to the cover, so you can iron over the back of buttons. The special